Patrick, where are we right now?
I'm hot. We're in the desert.
Down the no wake zone. Don't go too fast down here in your boat. So from where I stand right now, the water level in the Colorado River or Lake Powell would be about 40 feet above my head. But as you can tell behind me, where the water actually runs, the river is really low right now. And that's mainly because there's 7 different states that get their water from this river, and it's 2 different river compacts that supply water. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. It can get really detailed. So this river supplies water to 7 different states, and there's 2 river compacts between the states to divvy up this water. But when those compacts were written, it was a much wetter time, and this river was much higher. And now there's not enough water in the river, and there's not enough water that flows into the river on a yearly basis to fulfill that contract and to fulfill all those different required water needs to those different states. So there's always been a battle going on over this huge river that flows through the middle of the Southwest desert, and that battle will continue to forge on, and this is going to be our last time to see the river until we get back to the other side of Glen Canyon at Glen Canyon Dam. And that's closer to Page, Arizona, but we're going to be taking the long route around. So this is our first little snippet of the Colorado River with almost no water in it. And then we're going to see it again in a few weeks. There's going to be water in it because it's going to be lower downstream, but we're going to get to see the historic lines on the different canyon walls of where the water has been and where it could have been. The most infamous dam in the West, Glen Canyon Dam, was built in the 1960s when the western states were growing too rapidly to only get their water supply from Lake Mead. So by building the Glen Canyon Dam and creating Lake Powell, it was able to supply more water to Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and also cheap hydropower. But Lake Powell is only about half full right now, and getting all these states on board to save water isn't going to happen anytime soon. So individual action like shorter showers, leaving your car dirty, and xeriscaping is going to be what it takes to keep this river flowing and beautiful. One of the contested things with Glen Canyon is the sediment buildup. All the sandstone flowing off that region gets held up behind the dam instead of flowing downstream. So the waters are really clear and beautiful. That might be nice for us, but for animals and habitats downstream, it actually has threatened and endangered many native species. We are at the most popular point on the Colorado River, Horseshoe Bend right behind me, and you can see that it makes a huge crazy bend where the water bounces off the canyon walls and carves this path. But up at the top of the horseshoe, where it's kind of a teardrop shape and it's really narrow, that is eventually going to become the path of the Colorado, because it's going to wear away that sandstone and create a new valley and totally avoid that other part of the Horseshoe Bend. But that's going to happen in a couple million years, so we won't be around to see it, but you can see where that process has already started.
While we were in Page, Arizona, we were asked to speak at the Seattle High School and explain why we're bicycle touring and all about our passion for water. We also wandered over to Ken's Lower Antelope Canyon tour to see the raw power of water and how it's carved incredible slot canyons in the middle of the desert. We'd like to thank the Wayne family for all of their local knowledge and incredible hospitality while we were there. And from here, we're headed onto the south rim of the Grand Canyon to see the Colorado River in its most natural, powerful form.
Good luck!
Good luck! Come back and see us! We'll miss you!
Yay!
Bye!